Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you very much, as always, for your questions. You're very rude to me today, Frank.
Oh, well, he's been rude about the Trippier stuff.
Oh, yeah,
during the show.
Don't go down that road again. It was a mistake to even guide us down that road.
That segment,
we went off on a very bad tangent.
Segment was lost.
You see, Shaka?
And it will never... No, you're rude to me because I asked you a question and you told me something rude.
When?
When I asked you for 2 tickets for the final.
Oh, yeah, he asked me 2 tickets for the final. I didn't want to say why, because I knew that he was joking.
Which final?
I don't know. I don't know. We don't even know which final.
Right.
So I say, yeah, sure. And I say something after.
Meanwhile, I feel like my reputation is being damaged over the last 24 hours by some of Macca's comments about my lack of generosity. For Macca, what would it take to make Dan...
Before I say that, that's fair. That's you assuming your reputation was any good to start.
Well, I don't know where this has come from, but this epitomises it, and it's sad really because I've got a riposte to it. Okay. For Macca, what would it take to make Dan dip into his pockets after an evening out with friends other than a cold evening? It's not nice.
It's not very nice.
Because I think if you think back to the lovely evening we had on Wednesday night, who was providing the quarters to play pool? Dan Thomas making a contribution.
He wanted you could trust Dan for his quarters.
One good thing. Yesterday we met him. He was with his lovely wife in a tête-à-tête.
Yes.
Well, in a tête-à-tête at the bar watching TV. And he invited us to come and he offered us a beer.
Yeah.
So we had a beer,
And he did pay for that beer.
Yeah.
I did pay. Well, I paid. We went out for dinner. I paid, didn't we? Didn't I, Frank?
Frank, what?
I paid for dinner when we went out.
Well, look.
True.
Yeah, you go. True. There we are.
Listen,
there we are.
We're going out after this.
Yeah, damn, I'm not paying that. That's it. You can have some quarters.
No,
You can restore your reputation.
Because she's not here to talk about it, Kay is in charge tonight.
So
Is Kay's paying?
Kay is paying. Well,
Wow.
she's not here.
We're going out later, and hopefully Dan will pay.
No chance.
We'll let
Absolutely
you know tomorrow.
no chance.
We'll let you know.
Not happening. Shaka's coming as well.
I'm coming.
Exactly. So you should take Shaka out as well.
Why do I owe him dinner? I saved his life. He owes me.
Oh, my God.
Right, come on, serious. This is a soccer show, not messing around. Thoughts on Kobbie Mainoo's Euro performance thus far, and will that translate to his development at United, Shaka?
I think he's been absolutely outstanding.
Yep.
And to be fair, not just at the Euros. Ever since he first took the pitch for Manchester United, I think this kid has just come on, just continue to amaze in every single regard. The only question is why wasn't he used from the start? But I think that has now been kind of buried. He will be a mainstay for England for a long time.
That's the thing that I'm a little bit upset about Southgate, because he was forced to do that because he couldn't find that was the real enigma who's going to play alongside Rice. He would have tried maybe Palmer. He would have tried maybe Gordon after some games where Shaka and Foden couldn't find their rooms and their talent and show their talent. Maybe we would have seen something else from England. And he was so conservative that nothing happened. Mainoo was that because he was forced. It's not because he decided to. And that's kind of a shame for me.
Who do you think, Macca, will win Player of the Tournament if Spain win?
I think it will be... well, it all depends on what happens in the final, but the clamour for Yamin Lamal to win it will be intense, won't it?
Yeah, Danny Olmo's definitely got a chance.
I personally think after the year he's had, it should be somebody like Rodri, to be very honest. I think he makes the team tick. He hardly gives the ball away. I'm a huge fan of his. And I get the fact that the wingers are explosive, and the wingers, of course, one of them is 16/17 now going into the final. He scored that wonderful goal in the semi-final. But I think the brains behind the Spanish team is Rodri in the middle.
Overall, I think Nico Williams has been better than Lamine Yamal for me.
Right.
Yeah, he's been more consistent. Lamine Yamal made a huge impact against France and showed his talent to the world, that's for sure. But overall, consistently, if I have to choose between the two, I will go for Nico Williams because he was a big surprise.
But you could throw in Fabian Ruiz.
But would you think he'd get player of the tournament, the question is? Nico Williams will get player of the tournament?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Who would get, if Spain win, who would get player of the tournament?
Oh, player of the... I will go for Rodri for me, because I don't like, again, individual awards because it doesn't mean anything to me. But I think a Cucurella or Rodri, they could get it because Cucurella has been absolutely perfect. You know, I've been very hard.
Chelsea.
Maybe not harsh, but I think hard on him when he was playing for Chelsea.
That's because you don't like Chelsea, though, isn't it?
That's why, because I hate Chelsea, of course.
Yeah, you've been really bad about Chelsea recently.
Oh my God! I received another text about Modric today.
You got another one
ladies,
today.
How can you say that about Modric? Modric, sorry.
Luka Modric or Mudrick.
Modric, whatever. Modric, no.
Who would be player of the tournament if England win, Shaq?
If
Rodri.
That's a good
If
question.
England win.
But it cannot be an English guy.
Stones or...
That's something I'm thinking.
No.
I think Saka's done okay, actually, as a forward.
Oh, come on.
No, he's been better than most.
He scored a goal, and okay, but...
I'm with Macca in that. I'm thinking Stones. I mean, because you think of England's attack, and nobody's kind of... Nobody stands out. The one thing England have done well is...
But maybe Rodri could still win it even if England win. It doesn't have to be in England, does it?
Absolutely true. But, 9 times out of 10, it's a player from the winning team who...
Yeah.
It says a lot about who says with the best player. They know. Because you win, you get the best player?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Who is going to be more disappointed, Frank, if they lose? Spain because they've been the better team, or England because they've lost 2 finals in a row?
Well, that matter, that when you lose, you're disappointed.
Yeah.
But I would say, Jules was saying about the amount of time and the amount of years since England won something. I think at some point you need to win something. Come on, you cannot play final and lose and lose. And since 1966, you have to win something. I mean, football was created in England. You have to give that to the English, and you have to respect the fact that they created that beautiful game, and they deserve at some point to win it, even if they're not the best team in the world right now. Well, by they show they have talents, and we love the Premier League, and I think it's going to boost the country also. Spain are doing great. They won the Champions League with some clubs, but England, they need something internationally. So I'm not a fan because I'm very much in the neutral.
You must have
point of
a
view.
preference as to who wins. Surely just for my happiness.
I played in the Premier League, so I have respect for the Premier League.
Yeah.
And you have Chelsea player, even if I hate Chelsea, you have Chelsea player. I don't know where it comes from, but whatever. But no, I have a little bit of something with England.
Okay.
And it's going to be nice.
What about you? Who do you want to win?
I don't care.
A little bit.
Don't be upset. Don't be upset.
Just in terms of who I'd support, England.
Okay.
Just, my affinity, similar to Frank, my affinity with the country, I'd prefer England. But I think in terms of, to the question, who's more disappointed, I think Spain will be more disappointed if they don't win. They've been the better team. Yeah. And England have felt like, it's been hard work, it's been hard. You could have gone out so many times before. I know Spain had that 190th minute win against France, but it just felt more forced with England to get this far.
Shaka, I have a question. Do you think Spain really thought before the tournament they could win? So it's more a disappointment for England they don't win because they were the favourites. Spain didn't think maybe.
If today's show taught us anything, Frank, is we don't go back to before the tournament starts.
Oh, yeah, it's true. It's not
try to relive anything. Let's not do that. Let's
the one thing I would say is that I don't want the game to be decided by a referee or a VAR. Let the best team win.
Absolutely.
Both teams are going to be disappointed, whatever you want, whoever loses. Of course they are.
Yeah.
But let's not sit afterwards going, wasn't that an awful decision? Didn't that sending off spoil the game? Or that wasn't a penalty? Let's just, whoever wins, all beer.
Macca, have you ever scored on Shaka?
I have no idea. Have I? I don't know.
Everybody has.
Did you do some research, producer, to find out? No. Good. Lazy. Fine. Too busy doing combined 11.
I made one good save off of Macca when I just joined Newcastle. Remember that?
Okay.
It was very early on, at home, Liverpool. You hit a shot, got deflected off Darren Peacock.
Okay.
And went to my... I remember it because it was my first meaningful save.
I did score against Newcastle a few times, actually, but I don't know whether Shaka was in goal. So I don't know.
There you are.
Everybody scored against me.
Final question, rather random. Macca, have you ever been invited to sit in the royal box at Wimbledon?
Oh yeah, we saw pictures a lot of
Luka Modric was there, wasn't he?
Chilwell.
Oh, really?
I saw a picture of Chilwell. I saw
Royal box?
Yeah, well, no, maybe not the Royal box. Maybe I saw the stand.
Yeah.
They stand up, and people like John Terry was there as well. So I saw people. You don't do that in Roland Garros. We don't care.
Do you go to Roland Garros?
No, I don't go. No. It's boring. 3 hours, 4 hours to watch a tennis game.
Yeah.
I mean, I get invited a lot to go, actually, and I was invited this time around, but I haven't been invited in the Royal Box, but I live in the northwest of England, so
right.
We're very, very, very far away from Wimbledon, aren't we?
Oh, there we are. Perfect. That is it.
I'd rather come here with you than go to Wimbledon.
Wow, that's a low bar.
No, I mean you putting off Frank, not you.
That is it. Thank you very much. I've lost my wallet. I can't remember. ESPN FC will be back on your screens tomorrow. I'll be here alongside Frank and Macca. I think Stevie's with us tomorrow.
And you will know who paid.
Well, won't be me. We're going to head to the final.